This is going to be your guide to trading in the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Grand Underground. We finally have it! A map of the traders in the Grand Underground, except it's not really finally because some dude on Reddit made this 6 days ago. However, here's a hint for getting through in life and you're posting something on the internet. Search engine optimization. I was looking for a Reddit post or a Twitter thread or something, but I was looking up Grand Underground traders or trader locations or like trader map in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. This guy doesn't say that. Here's a map of the vendors and medics in the underground. I've never called them or referred to them as a vendor. I know it's just me complaining, but still, here you go. This is also why you might not have been able to find it. Save this page to your browser, download it, maybe even make it your desktop wallpaper. Because now we have all the information that we have desperately been looking for, and then we can break it down on how to like utilize it, how to get the most out of it in guide format. So yeah, we have 4 different kinds of traders in the underground. Expand base. Fortunately, this is just the same thing, so it doesn't matter where you find it. Expanding base is going to cost you a lot of spheres. And the weird thing is, the official Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl website has this information. So 60 of these small spheres, and then like small like normal colored spheres, and then 30 prism and pale spheres for that first expansion. The second expansion is going to be 40 large spheres of all the colors, and then 20 large prism spheres and 20 large pale spheres. That is insane. Now, expanding the base means that you can place more larger statues to get a better bonus for finding Pokemon in the underground, but it does not increase the number of statues that you can place. However, that doesn't really matter, because if you have a small base or even the first expansion, you start placing like 4x4s and 3x3 statues, you're gonna realize, oh, I can't even place all 18 to begin with. And even if you have 18 of a type of statue, that is still very impressive and takes an insane amount of work before you start optimizing it towards like, oh, I only have 2x2 shiny and better like statues in my base. Now, this might seem like an impossible amount of spheres to obtain. I've been digging in the underground for hours. I've seen like 2 pale spheres, and how am I supposed to get 40 large blue spheres even if they're somewhat common? Well, when you look at the expand base people, they also buy rare items off of you in the underground, and conveniently we can see what they buy and how much they give. This is way more information than I expect from an official Pokemon Company guide. I also didn't even know about the secondary use for shards. I thought in this game they were only used for like trading for small spheres, but now you can trade it on Route 212 for Sunny Day, Rain Dance, Sandstorm, Hail, so that mechanic is still in the game if you want any of these items. Save a shard or 2. Other than that, you want to go and use them to trade for small spheres, and it's a pretty good amount. So that's kind of the secret of the underground when you look into the trading side of things, that if you're looking like upgrade or get TMs and rare items and all kinds of cool stuff from the vendors, well, it's not about finding the spheres. It's about finding the rare items and then cashing those in. Because like Sunstone, 24 small spheres. You're going to find a Sunstone before you naturally dig up 24 small red spheres. And then same thing for all the stones. Hard scale, at least they have a use, because after you use the move relearner 10 times, his service becomes free. So a little bit of extra red sphere right there. There's some really good ones though when you look at it, like, wait a second. Prism Sphere large 15 for an iron ball? You're telling me I get large prism spheres for trading in a useless competitive item? Sign me up. Icy rocks, like, these are valuable because of like hail team strats and stuff. At the same time, you get a lot of good spheres depending on what you have. The plates also exchange for a lot, but they are very rare, so we see all the plates right there. The fossil trade-in value doesn't really seem that crazy. Star pieces for pale spheres, okay, and then rare bones for the small ones. So I mean, if you get star pieces, that's how you get the pale sphere largest. So 2 star pieces is going to translate to the 20 you need to upgrade your base, and then an iron ball, and then stuff is how you get the prism spheres for upgrading your base. Then there's also other ways of getting like large and stuff like that. So yeah, very comprehensive list from the Pokemon Company. And then we can talk about the small and large sphere vendors. So the cool thing about them is that you can actually trade in spheres to upgrade or downgrade the size of the sphere. So 2 large spheres will get me 40 small spheres, and then I think it's like 50 or something to get 1 large. So it doesn't work both ways, but if you're like desperately needing a kind of sphere, then this might be a good way to trade, except for the small ones. We'll talk about that when we get to these small vendors. And this is where you can buy TMs for various size spheres, and it works like the wild area in Pokemon Sword and Shield with the TR traders for watts, or like the watt traders, that it rotates daily. There's going to be a different selection of TMs. These TMs are generally going to be pulled from the TMs you can buy at the Battle Tower. So BP is incredibly valuable in this game. It is very hard to get a lot of battle points, so it's better if you want the TM to buy them in the underground. Now here's the bad part. What's offered changes every day, and all of the traders in the underground share the same trades. So this vendor, this vendor, this vendor, it's all the same. If I'm looking for a different TM or a different like exchange rate on the large to small spheres because I'm trying to buy something else, it doesn't work. So this is all I have for the day, and then I have to wait until the shop changes. And it needs to be said, going into your Nintendo Switch settings and moving the day forward from here won't do you any good, and it actually locks you out of time-based events for 24 hours because time skipping in this game is weird until a robust method like in Pokemon Sword and Shield is discovered. So we're working on that, but as it stands, you can't really do anything. However, you can use this to your advantage. Let's say this guy has like Earthquake or something, but it's super expensive and you want to grind it out for a few days and get like multiple of them. Well, then that's actually when you want to time skip. That way you can freeze the shop and then kind of work for the things that you're looking for. Now, small sphere vendors are really good because this is where you buy more digger drills, and you need to stock up on these every chance you get, or at least if you already don't have a lot of them, because you're going to be making bases all over the place near like Pokemon locations. That way you can go and change out your statue layout and then like get good Pokemon. I always find myself using these frequently, but also with the small sphere traders, that is how you get access to other TMs, and you can do something pretty cool. You can sell statues that you buy in the Veilstone department store for spheres. So the small sphere trader will buy the pedestals off you for a significant amount of spheres, which means you can effectively translate money into battle tower TMs depending on like how it goes. Now you can't do this for pale and prism spheres, but for all of the colored spheres you can just sell the pedestals that you buy and then get all the small spheres that you need. And as we kind of showed, well, it is a method of upgrading, but it can be pretty inefficient. It's mostly going to be about treasures and spending time in the underground, but it will be helpful if it's like, oh, I need one of these TMs. You go up to the department store, you buy some statues, and then you sell them down here. Now, I don't know every statue that translates to every sphere color, but if you just kind of like buy one of each and then you can check and then you just always sell all but one, then you have yourself a personal reference for all of the pedestals that you're looking to sell. Which leaves us with the Medic, which is a surprisingly useful character in the underground, because if you're farming EVs, hunting shiny Pokemon, or just trying to train for experience, since there are high-level Pokemon in the underground, being able to have a Pokemon Center effectively, just like one of those random trainers that heals you in the underground fully, is really good. The biggest issue is going to be PP, so you can use the medics to keep your PP up, and then that's going to be good for farming on the wild Pokemon, and I think that's kind of it. Now, it does get complicated with like the TMs that are available in the underground, because there's a lot of them. It seems like the traders are kind of used as a crutch to like fill in some of the gaps, since the TMs are no longer reusable in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and then the rates and exchanges get kind of weird and stuff. So the idea is, if you're just looking up a random TM and it says something about underground, that's going to be it, and then things get weird, but that's why we have the map, and now at least your underground adventure is going to go a little bit better. Spend a lot of time, get a lot of items, trade them in, use your spheres, etc. GG easy. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.